I was fully expecting to crack one day or lose time, and then I knew that I was still in good shape, so I wasn't really stressed about it. To be honest, it's not something I was even sure I could do. I think before the tour, I wasn't really sure what kind of rider I was.
Kind of looked there and it was Poggy, looked there and it was Remco, and you were right there.
I remember riding behind them and thinking, it doesn't really get much bigger than this. It was quite cool. What's occurring?
What's occurring? No, that is not G. He's tied up today, but we had to get the man of the moment on the pod. He's enjoying a brilliant breakthrough season and was one of the stars of the tour, finishing 4th overall with no less than 8 top 10 finishes, and he's still only 22. Welcome to the pod, Oscar Onley. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for having me. It's nice to be on here.
You've been on our hit list for a while, but as soon as you've done that performance in the tour, as we said, there's only one guy we need, and it's you. So how's it been since the tour? What have you been up to?
Yeah, it's been good. I think the team have managed it pretty well, keeping everything a bit quiet. I think on the social media side and interviews and stuff, I think there's been a lot of requests, but I've not heard any, so that's been nice. And just been trying to relax a little bit and take it easy. So it's been nice.
So you said no to all the media commitments. As soon as I asked you about the pod, you were like, yes. Got a lot of time for that, mate.
You went direct to the source, so I couldn't say no.
Yeah, don't go to that. Yeah, I thought that. Don't waste time going to the team. I messaged Matt Winston, actually, and I said, can I have Oscar's number?
Yeah.
And he said, why? I said, don't worry. It's for a podcast, not for a contract. But Decathlon Ages is a great teammate.
Yeah.
Just now there. You have got a contract till 27. We'll talk after. So have you been back home, or did you go straight to Andorra?
No, I went, so first I went back to Girona, and then I did San Sebastian the week after the tour. So I still had to stay a bit focused during that week. And then I went on holiday for a couple of days after that, just by the coast. And now we're getting back into it now, up in Andorra. Getting prepared again for the upcoming races, and Tour Britain as well. It'll be a good one.
I mean, I'm happy to see you at Tour of Britain, but I'm quite sad as well, because that makes, and there is DS, that makes our chances a bit smaller. It's a good race for you, mate. It's got you'd have raced that in.
Yeah, I did it in Junior Tour of Wales when I was a junior. So
you win it?
No, I didn't win. I was way down.
How the times
I can't actually remember who won that year. It might have been Sam Watson. I can't remember.
Sam Watson beat you up a mountain?
Yeah, I know.
What? Either you've done something really right since then, or he's done something really wrong. I mean, he's not a bad rider, but what happened there, mate?
I can't remember if he won overall, but he was definitely up there.
Mate, let's just take 2 minutes to go back to the start. Everyone knows me and G come from the Maindy Flyers in Cardiff, and for you, it was the Kelso Wheelers Cycling Club. Way back when?
Yeah, that's where I started. I think I was 10 years old. The local TT Club 10 started almost outside my house, and I had to be 10 years old to start doing them, and I had to have an adult with me as well. So I got my dad onto a bike so that he could follow, and that's how it started. And then from there started doing more youth races around Scotland, and then the British series as I got a little bit older, and started going across to Europe as a junior, or my first year junior before COVID hit. But that was kind of the pathway I had. I did track for a little bit as a youth and junior, but I was never really that good at it, or I didn't really enjoy it either. I'd rather be out in the lanes and in the sun.
So did you start just because you've seen this 10-mile time trial outside your house and you thought, I'll give that a crack? Is that you actually going?
I think, well, my mum would watch the tour on TV every year. She wasn't like a cyclist or anything, but she was interested in the tour. So I kind of had a little bit of an idea about cycling, and then I would just hear the disc wheels passing my house every Monday night. So that got me interested, and started having a go at them.
Wow. But rumor has it you were a better cross-country runner than you were a cyclist.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of sports when I was younger, and when I was kind of 15, 16, then I was quite into my running, and I would do cycling in the summer and then cross-country running in the winter, and I was a lot better at running at the time. I'd actually get some results, and but but I just didn't really enjoy the training. I'd always want to be on the bike on the weekends or after school. So it kind of made the decision for me, I guess. Yeah, I was just naturally more attracted to the bike.
Do you still do any running now?
I do a little bit in off season, but
In the winter?
yeah, I'm a bit fragile now because I don't run so much, so I've got to be a bit
Yeah.
careful.
It's a common theme with cyclists, isn't it? Your
Yeah,
bones turn to
yeah,
talcum powder.
yeah, exactly.
But so how far would you run? What's 10K?
Yeah, between 5 and 10K. Yeah, and try and keep a lid on it.
Yeah. So back to the tour then. Going into the tour, it was obvious that you would race GC, but it's very much. It wasn't all for you, all right, in saying that the team had other options. How did that develop as the race went on? More and more towards you as you were performing, I assume.
Yeah, I think like coming into the tour, it was like I said to everyone, it was really there was no focus on GC, but I knew like the first week suited me well, and like to get results from the first week, it was going to have to be from the bunch. So you can't really like lose time on the
Yeah.
harder days. So it was yeah, we got to the TT and I was in a decent position and was just told to go all out, just see where you are. And then yeah, the days after that, it kind of just happened quite naturally that I kind of slid into the top 10. But we always had the other goals as well, like you said, with Pavel and Toby for the sprint days, and which is nice. It's like yeah, the team was quite split in that sense, but also we always had a goal every day, and that's always nice. Even though some days for me it was quite relaxed, yeah, the rest of the guys had a purpose to fight for in the final.
That's really interesting. Going into the tour, you weren't actually focusing on GC, just all right, I'll do the first week, 10 days and fight for the stages. That's really rare this day of age, isn't it?
I think yeah, that was always the plan from like the beginning of the year when I was told I was doing the tour, and then after Swiss it changed a little bit because I showed that I was climbing pretty well, but yeah, it was really just take it day by day. Like I'd never done these long climbs, especially with the level of riders in the tour, so I was fully expecting to crack one day or lose time, and then I knew that I was still in good shape, so I wasn't really stressed about it. And then I would kind of try and get in breaks from them.
Yeah, I mean, you had a great Tour de Suisse, won a stage. I was there as well, wasn't I? I seen you. We had a conversation.
Yeah,
Third overall, won a stage. Sadly, put Felix Gall into fourth overall. He seemed like a bit my nemesis, but yeah, you must have got a lot from Swiss because that's
exactly.
huge.
I think
Wow, fourth, fifth biggest race in the world, right?
yeah, I think it's just the confidence of being able to compete against like Almeida, who's yeah one of the top guys in the world, and
Yeah.
obviously he was preparing for the tour as well. So it was like yeah, there was no doubt that he was also in good shape, and I knew I wasn't in top shape coming straight from altitude. So there's still some fatigue there, and I knew there was still a few extra percentage that I could kind of gain towards the tour. So it gave me a lot of confidence.
What did you do before Swiss then? Altitude before Swiss?
Yeah, I was in Tenerife with a couple of guys from the team. Yeah, we did 3 weeks up there and then went straight to Swiss.
It's the best place to altitude, isn't it? I guess you haven't been to so many places, but that's the best for me.
Yeah, it's real nice. Like what have you got? Like 4 or 5 different ways to climb back up to the top, and yeah, there's every part of the island's real different as well. It's quite nice to explore it.
Yeah, one side's like really green and the other side is really barbaric, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rain comes in from one side and one side's
Yeah,
beautiful
exactly.
and the other side's like a proper volcano, isn't it?
Yeah. You always got a few Brits there as well to make it feel like you're at home.
Yeah. Half of Britain are on that island, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So sticking with the tour for a little while, then what was your best day on the bike?
I don't think I had one standout day, to be honest. I feel like I kind of stayed at the same level just throughout the whole race, really. I mean, obviously, like getting third on the Mur de Bretagne stage was good, but I wouldn't say I felt fantastic that day and overperformed or anything. And I think even like the Col de la Loz stage, like, yeah, I got dropped on Madeleine. Yeah, it was kind of a choice to drop as well, because I knew how hard that final climb was, and it was a bit of a gamble not to go all out to try and follow uh, Pogacar and Vingegaard with the 25k climb to go to the finish as well. And but no, I wouldn't say I had any standout days really.
I'd say I had 21 out standout days, mate, to be fair. But yeah, that was a wise decision that day, actually, because I was commentating on the last week of the tour, and it was mad. Like, Bora had an opportunity there to kind of really distance you there, didn't they? But they got to the valley and they messed around and attacked, and it was strange to watch that unfold. But yeah, you had your troops, and you always come past like a train. That's the day, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think there was definitely a few points during that stage that I thought, why I thought like top 5, top 6 was kind of going away, especially with Felix in the break as well. Then, and at first I didn't have any teammates, and I was surrounded by three Visma and 3 UAE guys, and it was me and myself and Johannesson. So we didn't really, there was nothing we could really do. And actually, Matt was in the car that day. He was telling me that the guys were coming back, and I think he told me some smaller time gaps than it actually was to keep me a bit calmer in the valley. But luckily, yeah, they came back and did a real big pull to bring me back in the race. And then yeah, on the final climb, it kind of all unfolded again in a different way.
How is it working with Matt? Actually, I know him quite well. Like, I've never worked with him, but I've worked, I've been around him a while. I think he's slowly but surely definitely developing into one of the best DSs out there. He must be good to work with.
Yeah, and I think I realized actually during the tour how good he is with this kind of stuff, because yeah, he was really calm about the whole going for GC, and yeah, taking, I think there was a lot of pressure outside that maybe he took on himself, and kind of kept that hidden from myself and the rest of the team as well. And I think when I look back now, yeah, he's got quite a bit of experience, obviously, with the Giro in 2020, and quite a few GC riders before that on the team. And yeah, it made a big difference, especially in that third week when it was getting closer to the podium. I think the way he manages around the race and the calmness he has, it makes a big difference.
He's good. He loves a beer as well, doesn't he? He loves a beer, man.
Yeah.
God, yeah. The amount of times he said, "Oh, do you want a beer?" And go down to his way and have a beer with his mates from the cycling floor. I never got round to it, but I will. You said in the first week you had a few like pinch me moments where you kind of looked there and it was Poggy, looked there and it was Remco, and you were right there. I mean, yeah, I can only begin to imagine. But did that become more normal as the race went on? You thought, right, I belong here now.
Yeah, I think so. I think I felt more comfortable in that environment, and I think in the first week, I set myself goals of wanting to be up there on those kind of punchier stages, and
Yeah.
so even though they're big riders and it was really cool to be up against them, I kind of, in the back of my mind, I kind of expected to, or I hoped to be there.
Yeah.
But it was really on the mountain stages. Okay, Pogacar and Vingegaard were a little bit ahead, but on most of them, then I was kind of third, fourth with Lipowitz and Roglic, and yeah, especially on that Col de la Loz stage, I think that was the real defining one. That when it was just the three of us in the final 2K, that was quite special. And I remember riding behind them and thinking it doesn't really get much bigger than this. It was quite cool.
I don't know if you're allowed to say, what's the next big goals this season? I'm assuming World Championships has got to be up there. He finished 16th last year. What is it? 5,200 meters climbing. It's your terrain, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the real big goal for the end of the season. That's why I'm kind of up in Andorra now, at a similar altitude to what the race is as well, which hopefully should give some benefits, because obviously not everyone can do that. A lot of guys are at Vuelta or other races coming up. So yeah, I'm trying to take that advantage and really focus on Worlds. And I think with good preparation and hopefully coming out of the tour as well, then can make a step up from last year as well. Because that also gave me quite a bit of confidence. I hadn't done many one-day races before that, and I was kind of in the mix until the last lap, and then the lights really went out. But no, I think that's the focus for the end of the year now.
And are you out and out leader for GB?
Yeah, myself and Tom. Obviously, it's a course that suits Tom really well as well, and yeah, he does Vuelta now. So
5,200 meters, I think, is on the limit for him. Just being honest, I don't know. I'm not nothing to do with GB.
Yeah,
Select.
I don't know. I think it's quite a similar course to Liège in that way. It also depends how it's ridden, because when it's a course that
Full
hard,
gas, mate. Full gas.
Yeah,
every race is full gas now.
Yeah,
no?
That's true. That's also true. It depends if Pogacar wants to go from 100k out again or not.
Because it's got that cobbled time, hasn't it?
Yeah. It can be a big mess. The last few hours of that race, I reckon.
Right. Big news, sports fans. Our Oscar, every day during the tour, we awarded our Continental Tyres Chapeau of the Day. And after putting it to our audience vote, you were named as our Continental Tyres Chapeau of the whole tour. So congratulations, mate. It's one of the biggest awards in cycling. We got a little acceptance speech for us. I mean, this is huge. This is huge.
Yeah, I saw this on Instagram a couple of days ago, and I'm honoured. All the listeners out there who voted for me. But no, it means a lot that I got the recognition over the last few weeks, and I guess not many people knew me before the tour, so I guess that also plays into effect as well. That this guy's kind of come out of nowhere and been up there.
It seemed like a little bit for me anyway. Just for me, before I turned pro, you're a fan of the sport. Then I had my time as a professional rider, and you're kind of in your own little bubble, racing your bike. And then you retire and you take a step back and you kind of forget that you're still a fan of the sport. And to watch it, I was obviously rooting for my guys, the Castle Tour and the Brits and some of the guys at Ineos, but I found myself really supporting you. And I think it was a bit of a changing of the guard. The fact that that's G's last tour, he's out, Froome, he's retiring this year, and he's had his time, Brad's gone. And it seemed like just as they're coming to the end, it's like, right, who have we got now? We obviously got Yates. They're not getting any younger. Who's the next guy's coming? Tom's on his way up, and then boom, we got another guy. So I think everyone just jumped on board, and everyone has your back. It's quite nice to see how the Brits kind of, they're quite good at jumping on the bandwagon, aren't they? But it really did seem like them guys have had their time, and bam, you're right in the game straight away.
Yeah, I think that's it, and I think obviously the expectations from the public and that are a little bit higher now, because of the likes of the tours from G and from Froome and the Yates brothers as well over the last few years. It's now people expect British riders to podium and to win Grand Tours. So yeah, I think hopefully I can also step up from this as well. Obviously, it's given me a lot of motivation, and to be honest, it's not something I was even sure I could do, to be honest. Like, I've said this quite often, that like I'd never gone full all out every day for 3 weeks, and especially not on longer climbs as well. So I wasn't really, I think before the tour, I wasn't really sure what kind of rider I was. Like, I had a decent kick on a uphill finish, and obviously like the shorter climbs, 10 to 20 minutes, I was pretty good at, but I'd never really tested myself over the longer climbs, so it gave me a lot of confidence as well.
And you know what? Just looking at it from the outside as well, what I imagine is going to be a potential challenge for you now is you finished fourth in the tour. That was a shock, a bit of a shock result. No disrespect, but it was like, nobody would have really thought that going into the race. But now, looking ahead to 2026, people are going to be going, right, he's fourth this year. Naturally a year older, another Grand Tour in his legs, another winter in his legs. It's got to be podium, it's got to be second. You were 1 minute and 12 off the podium, 12 minutes and 12 seconds off winning the race. That's hard. And then my other question is, how do you close that gap? Because the goal now, long term in your career, I assume, has got to be win the thing. It's possible.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think I'm realistic as well. I know that just because you got fourth this year doesn't mean you're gonna podium or even get fourth next year.
Yeah.
There's so many guys that can step up, and yeah, look at Remco and Almeida in this tour. They're also a really high level, but it just takes one bad moment or a bit of bad luck, and yeah, it's over. So yeah, I'm also aware of that, and but yeah, I think obviously the long term now it's focusing on yeah, trying to at least podium, and I don't want to say win because I don't really I haven't really thought of it, but I guess it's definitely a goal or a dream at least, and yeah, I think it's just taking it each year, and maybe it means having to do a Giro of Vuelta, where you're a little bit more, how you say, like the more riders are looking at you because no one was looking at me in this race, and so it's quite easy to ride your own race then. But say you go to Vuelta or something, and then suddenly you're fighting for second and first, then it changes quite a lot, and it becomes a little bit more tactical. And yeah, maybe that's something I need to learn a little bit at this. Yeah, it's not a smaller race, but also in the 1 week races as well, you can learn that. And I think that's probably the next step.
Would you consider next year doing Giro or Vuelta instead of the Tour?
I think, yeah, I was saying this to someone a couple of weeks ago that after you do the Tour, you don't really want to do another Grand Tour because it's so much bigger. I've never done the Giro, and I did one stage of Vuelta, but it's so much bigger than every other race that is, yeah, when you do it, you're like, now I need to keep doing it. It doesn't get bigger than this. And no, I think at least for now, I'm really motivated to go back to the Tour and yeah, try and back it up. And I think, yeah, you can't get more motivated than what I did in the Tour and for that race as well.
Yeah, once you've reached the pinnacle, the biggest bike race in the world, is what everyone talks about. It seems strange to go take a level down, doesn't it? Maybe if you go and you win the Tour in 5 years' time, maybe after that you go Giro or Vuelta. But the fact you're at the pinnacle and performing, it seems a natural process to go back and yeah, try and keep climbing the ladder. But let's just take 2 minutes to talk about your team, Picnic-PostNL. What can you tell us about the team? You've been there 5 years now, 3 of them, or 2.5 now, as World Tour, and before that, development team, right? How you seem to have settled in really well.
Yeah, I think a big credit to the team because I was definitely not the star rider coming into the team, and they had to be patient with me and had to learn a lot around the bunch and so the technical side of racing. And I think the thing the team do really well is the developing, and I think the fact that they have a development team, and in this race there was six of us, I think, from the development team, and
that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And I think myself, Toby, and Pavel all joined the team at the same time, and it really felt like we were just going to every race with good friends, like where it doesn't feel like we're teammates because we're so close with each other. Yeah, we go out together, and we went on holiday together last year, a few of us. It's like, I think that makes a big difference in the way that we can work for each other and just understand each other as well, especially in a Grand Tour when you get to week 3 and everyone's getting tired, and when you really know each other, I think that's where you can really come together and do really nice things.
Do you know what? I'm a massive believer of that. If you can have a group of individuals who have fun off the bike, I'm a massive believer that translates and ends up in performance on bike. If you can have a group that get on and are genuine friends, and we had it some years at the Tour, not all the years, where we had complete cohesion, everyone on the same wavelength, genuine friends, did stuff like you did, went on holiday, did stuff off the bike as a unit, and it just echoes through the whole team, and you're all in the same way. You go the extra mile.
It makes a big difference. Yeah, definitely.
Where'd you go on holiday with the boys?
Went to Prague last October. just for I think 3 nights. It was really good. It was
Full gas.
yeah.
A bit of a party boy, you, Oscar.
I got to say by day 3 I was struggling. I definitely can't back it up like I could in a stage race. So
who's,
I've got
who's,
some
who's,
training to do.
who's the big party boy? Who put you all to bed?
Toby, I reckon Toby's the standout in that he likes a good party.
Tobias Lund.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, happy days. Yeah, you could also see it. Even like I did know that the 6 of you come from the Conti team, and you rose through the ranks, and then 6 of you at the tour. Such a rare scenario, but such a beautiful story how you all passed through the ranks, and you could see it. You could see how tight you were as a team. It's
yeah. And I think when people saw the start list for our team for the tour, a lot of them would be like, "Who are these people?" Like, maybe yeah, obviously Warren is got Palmares, but after that there is myself and Frank were the the most experienced with the one tour in the legs. So yeah, I think probably a lot of people questioned the lineup we had, but we showed that every day we could be in the mix, and we were really doing good things as a team. And yeah, I think that really comes from the connection we had with each other.
Hypothetically, you did go to the tour 2026. Would you push for more guys around you and a team more focused around you, or were you quite happy to have a bit of a split and take some pressure off, and there's a goal every day and it's not always you?
I liked how we had it this year with having a goal with the sprinters. Sometimes we go to races where we don't have a sprinter, and it feels quite strange on the sprint days. It's like, what do we do? And so, and especially in a Grand Tour as well, I think it's good to keep the morale up as well, because especially yeah, if you have a few bad days in the mountains and you don't have a sprinter, then it can really have a knock-on effect on the whole team. And if your sprinters still getting up there and they're nailing the lead outs or whatever, then it boosts the whole team. And I liked how we did it this year. I think yeah, I would obviously like a little bit more support in the mountains. Frank and Warren were really good. But yeah, they have their limits as well. And there was a few times I was a little bit isolated, but yeah, I think we did the best we could with what we had physically. And I think yeah, it also meant a lot to me as well. If Warren was really good, obviously he has a lot of experience. He's also gone for GC before as well, so he knows exactly what I'm going through. And yeah, off the bike, he's just as valuable as on the bike.
Yeah, like just from the outside, I would agree. I think if you say what would you want better, I think the team were fantastic the way you rode, but you were lacking that one guy. But at the same time, you know, I'm experiencing it now on the other side of the fence. When you're looking at the market and saying, who can we bring in, who can we sign, who can be there in the final 10, 15 guys, it's a superstar and it's crazy money.
Yeah.
And so it is hard. So how do you counteract that? Maybe you get a guy in the break and then he's there for you later. But to try and bring someone into the team who can be there with 10 guys or 12, like Jumbo and UAE, they got the budgets to just go. You know, I heard that UAE's tour team was 30 million euro just for the tour
Yeah,
team.
exactly.
And
yeah,
it's bigger than...
and you can see it as well. Like the day that I was isolated on Madeleine, it was myself, Tobias Johannesson, and then yeah, 3 Visma and 3 UAE guys, and they're the guys you need. But yeah, obviously when the top teams have them, then it's hard to get someone like that. And it's like you said, that's what we were trying, was getting someone in the break, and yeah, having to think around about other ways of yeah, trying to support me. And I was fortunate though that some days Frank was struggling, but Warren would step up, and some days yeah, Warren was struggling, and then Frank really stepped up in that final weekend. So I felt like I always had someone there. And like I said before, when you're a little bit under the radar, no one's really expecting your team to pull, or they're not looking at you so much. So it wasn't a necessary thing that I needed, but yeah, I think going forward, it's something that we need to look at.
So just last question then about the rest of the season. So you got Britain World Championships. Is that it? You got anything else on?
I go straight from Britain to Canada and do the 1 days there. I think, Montreal should suit me quite well as well. And I think, looking ahead to Worlds is, it's a similar kind of course, and good test there. And then finish the season in Italy with a few of the 1 day races. I don't know exactly what ones we're doing yet, but we'll be on the start line for a few of those. So
Yeah, 26 World Championships, Montreal. That's going to be savage, because that course is hard. And I think they're even going to add one more climb in. I think, I don't know. So 2 good World Championships in a row for you.
Yeah, and also the year after as well, in France. I think it's also another hard course. So
Yeah,
I've got a few years to look forward to. But now I'm fully focused on this one first.
mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for giving us your time and coming on. Genuinely, it was brilliant to see, mate, and well done.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Right, see you later then, bud. Ta-ra.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
See you in Britain. See you in Tour of Britain.
Yeah.